Hey folks, Crazy Climber 80 here again, and we're going to look at game number 15 in our 20 from the Intellivision series. And this was another great arcade to home port. This wasn't exactly like the original, but it was very, very well done. And this is the classic Pac-Man, which was originally created by Namco, of course, in 1980 and licensed to Bally Midway in the US. But this home port was released in 1983 by Atarisoft and Mike Winans. And you'll notice, one, that you only have to use basically button 1 and 2 and enter on the keypad to choose whether or not you want one player or two player. Two player will be alternating turns, but the side buttons don't really do anything, and you only need a controller for the game anyway. But you'll notice that there are some definite differences as you start your game. The screen is much smaller, or the maze is much smaller than in the arcade. But that won't matter. It's still a fun port. And one thing I really love is the cutscenes are in this. Where they show Pac-Man being chased by the ghost, and then a giant Pac-Man emerges from off-screen to chase the blue ghost. They have animations in this one. We're gonna get started. If you learn a few things about this version, you could get a pretty decent score. One thing is that the red ghost and the pink ghost, which go to the top of the screen, won't move around at the top center for a while, and that'll give you an opportunity to eat all the dots in that area. We'll look at that a little bit later. But also notice that the corners at the top are a little bit different, and the bottom too, from the original. The scoring is the same. The prizes are almost all the same. The grapes, which are 1,000 points, have been replaced with a pineapple for it's still 1,000 points. And the bell is still there. The Galaxian is not, but the key is. Even with these slight differences in the game, this is still a really fun port. I really enjoyed this. I do not remember it back in the day. I had only heard of it after playing the emulator, Nostalgia. But I was really impressed. There's the strawberry. As you get further in the game and you start seeing keys or bells. Well, I just barely got that one in time. You will definitely need to get those prizes so you can really start bumping your score up. But yeah, once you start getting a feel for the game, you get one extra life at 10,000 points. That's it. Once you start getting a feel for this game, for the maze, it starts getting pretty easy. You still have the same point value for eating one ghost after another, 200, 400, 800, 1600. And now we'll see a cutscene. But yeah, I did not hear of this one back in the day. It came out, 3 years after the original arcade game of Pac-Man. But when I played it on an emulator, I was like, wow, this is a great port. It's a lot of fun, even though the maze is obviously smaller. Just learn, like I was saying earlier, that the red and the pink ghost... Oh, I barely got that one in time. The red and the pink ghost at the start will only hang around in the corners, the top left and top right corners. Will I get them all? Oh yeah. And that'll give you time to go up to the top and eat that center group of dots. Yeah, don't try not to blow an opportunity to get some extra ghosts after you eat the Energizer, if you can help it. But because of the smaller maze, that works in your favor. You can end the maze quicker, but just learn the behavioral habits of the ghosts, and of course, after a short while, they will start backtracking, and then start coming after you. In the original Pac-Man, the arcade version, the bottom right, or bottom left and bottom right Energizers did not have multiple paths to that Energizer. You had to come around a corner and eat it, and here ghosts can come from below or above to get to the Energizer, so it's easier to recognize it while playing than to describe it. But just take a look at the original Pac-Man maze and then this port maze, and you'll notice some definite differences, other than just that the maze is smaller. Oh crap. Just like in the original Pac-Man, the ghosts can, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get them all. The ghosts will be faster when you are eating dots. And when there's no dots that you're moving through, then you'll be faster than the ghosts. Later on in this game, even when the ghosts turn blue, they will move fast. But that's later on. There was I guess from what I'd heard, there's a homebrew of Ms. Pac-Man for the Intellivision. I will not, on any of my 20 From series, I will not include homebrews. I mean, I do appreciate that they're out there, because some of them are really darn cool. But this will just be for the original games. Ah, damn it. Well, I missed that prize, and I missed all the ghosts. Well, that's alright. I won't miss them this time. And I'll get the fruit, too. Yeah, the fruits are, cherries are 100, strawberries are 300, the peach is 500, the apple is 700, pineapple 1,000, bell 3,000, and key 5,000. But yeah, I was really impressed by this port. Now we have a second cutscene. The ghost gets his costume caught on the nail. The sounds are a bit similar to the, I think the Atari 400 or Atari 800 port of Pac-Man. But again, remember that the red and the pink ghost will hang around at the top left and top right corners to start each maze. Use that to your advantage. I'm not gonna catch them. Had to get that pineapple. But yeah, any of the ghosts, unlike in the arcade original, will home in on you and try to catch you. Even Clyde, the orange one. And the original Clyde, you could usually follow. Ah, crap. Clyde, you could usually follow to safety. And the one that would always openly pursue you was Blinky, the red one. And in this one, any of the ghosts will follow you. But just remember that behavioral pattern at the beginning for the red and pink ghosts. They will hang around at the top left and top right corners to begin the maze. And eventually they will backtrack and then start pursuing you. Yeah, I knew that Blinky would catch me if I kept going to the top left. Well, there's no shame in not being able to catch a ghost once you eat the Energizer, if it would put you in danger. The trick in the arcade where you start, if you moved to the right and up, you could stay there and the ghosts would never catch you. That's not present in this port. See how much faster the ghosts are. And now they're fast when they're blue. But yeah, at this point, try to get that bell whenever you can. And especially when you see the key prize, when that starts making an appearance, definitely do everything you can to catch that. Catch one of them. I'm trying to remember where exactly I first saw the original Pac-Man, the arcade one. It was either at the bowling alley where my dad had league nights on Mondays, or I might have seen it at a movie theater first. And I saw someone play, and then I tried to play it, and I kept trying to eat the ghosts when they were not blue, and I didn't know why I was dying. I think I first saw it at my dad's bowling alley. They had a lot of different arcade machines make an appearance at that bowling alley. Yikes! Crap. Yeah, the ghosts get really fast by this point. Yeah, that's a good thing to know, though, at the start of each maze, that the... Oh, jeez, they are fast. That the red and pink ghosts will move to the top left and top right corners and just hover around there instead of moving around at the top middle, allowing you to get those dots up there. Getting patterns, or making patterns in this game is not, in this port, is not very easy. And now the ghosts have slowed down again. I'm definitely getting that bell now. Yeah, I don't think that the ghosts will not turn blue. Of course, later in the game, Pac-Man, there's a part where the ghosts just change direction. They do not turn blue when you eat an Energizer. Same as Ms. Pac-Man. I don't think that happens in this one. Now, you're chasing the bell prize. And then there's a giant ghost chasing you. But I just love that they have the intermissions in this game. That's terrific. Such a great port, even if the mazes are weird. I hate that, well, here it's the purple ghost, I guess, reverses direction, keeping me from getting that prize to start off with. You definitely don't want to underestimate the speed of the ghosts by this point in the game, because they get real freaking fast. Yikes. Oh, I'm glad that the purple ghost did not go down, because they would have cut me off and I would have been dead. Screw that. Let's end that maze. Yeah, I had a great game on this. I did really well. I played this a few times before to get myself familiarized with it, but yeah, you can keep eating those keys and really start bumping your score up. Gotcha. I'm really digging this 20 from Intellivision series. I didn't really play the Intellivision apart from going down the street to my neighbor's house to play it. But yeah, they did not have Pac-Man. I did not really discover that one until I played it in an emulator. And the emulator I use is a really good one. It's called Nostalgia. So if you're looking for a good emulator, I would recommend that one. A lot of people used to like Bliss. I think this is the most user-friendly. But I can't stress it enough. To start off each maze, remember that the red and the pink ghost will go up to the top left and top right, and they will allow you to eat the dots at the center top. Ooh, I just got it. Oh, I should have eaten some ghosts. Oh well. And now he's chasing the key. And then a giant ghost will chase him back the other way. Yeah, if you're looking for a bunch of games to fill your Intellivision library, or if you're looking for some good suggestions, definitely check out Pac-Man. Oh, crap! I took my eyes off what I was doing. Well, I don't have any more lives left. But definitely check this port of Pac-Man out. Man, those ghosts get freaky fast. My folks, I guess, got an Intellivision after I left home, and my brothers got to play it for a while. But my best memories of the Intellivision were going down the street to my neighbor's house and playing it at their house. They had Shark, they had Space Armada, they had Dungeons and Dragons, Cloudy Mountain, or whatever it's called. They had Snafu, they had Burger Time. Trying to remember what other games. A lot of good ones, though. I loved the gold plating of the console. It was really cool. I kind of liked the telephone cord on the controllers. The controllers themselves, God, they were horrible. Yikes. Yeah, there may not be specific patterns to use on this game, but there's certain ways you can go that'll be helpful and will get you a little further in the game than you might have thought you would. Ah, crap! I'm not gonna catch any ghosts. They're too fast now. But this is Pac-Man by Atarisoft in 1983, and Mike Winans was, I think, the head programmer. There's been a number of other people that have worked on these Intellivision games that I have not properly credited. I apologize for that. Just to save text and time and whatever, I just decided to name the lead programmer, or programmers. Yikes, go away. Eat one ghost. Game number 1 in this series, when I get to it, it should not be a surprise. A lot of people that played the Intellivision would have to say that's probably their favorite game. Definitely one of the best ones. That's as much as I'm gonna divulge to try not to give it away too easily. Get that key. There we go. Oh, crap. Ah, damn it. Copy. Well, that was Pac-Man, the 1983 Intellivision port by Atarisoft and Mike Winans. Yeah, if you're looking for good ports of Pac-Man, this is one of them, even though the maze is a bit smaller. It's still action-packed, and I'm so glad they had the intermissions in it. That was really a deal breaker for me. But that was game number 15 in our 20 from the Intellivision series, Pac-Man, created by Atarisoft and Mike Winans in 1983. Well, this is Crazy Climber 80. Say thanks for watching game number 15, Pac-Man. I hope to see you soon for game number 14. Y'all take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Bye-bye.